Okay, I'm going to play my major campaign card and place a political control marker. Oh, where to? Where to? I believe New Jersey needs to go neutral. So therefore, I'll place it anywhere. Would be a good spot. Would be in this port here, or this spot down here. It's not adjacent to, but I don't think I have to. I don't have the same restrictions as the British player, so yeah, I'll go ahead and place him there. That negates New Jersey. Neutral. And it is the colonial player's turn. He is down to his last card. One op card for one political control marker. And he will place this. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, enough to win the game. I think the American, when I'm looking at this now, well, he's still got three ops cards, so Connecticut, what's going on in Connecticut? Connecticut is 2. And it's one of each. Too bad I can't flip. I'll go ahead and place mine in New Hampshire. New Hampshire has 3 and nobody was in there, effectively giving me control of New Hampshire. The Colonials, that's it. That is the game for the Colonials. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, enough to win. The British players play the rest of his cards. I guess the first thing he'll do is play the Declaration of Independence card. I gotta place one political control marker on each of the 13 colonies, if possible. That means, I guess, if there's 2 of them, like in Rhode Island, there's only 1, and it's occupied by the British player, so that won't get one. So let me go through this and see what goes on. This will pretty well solidify the American victory, unless those 3 ops can change the situation. It's all going to be dependent on that 3 op card. Place me some units, and I shall return. Place our units. Georgia gets none. It's got 3 spots, none available. South Carolina gets none. North Carolina gets 1. There's a spot available there, so there's one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty well solidified. Next is Virginia. Virginia is on the American side. There's plenty of room in Virginia. We will place a political marker right here. Alright. Next will be Maryland. Maryland is yellow. Where's the number? Oh, Maryland is 3. Okay. Maryland is American, and it's going to be even more American with 3. How do I block the Brits, though? I can't. They can't go in there. Okay, that's it for Maryland. Next is Delaware. Oh, Delaware's only 1. And the Americans got that. So, I guess that's Wilmington, Delaware. Pennsylvania. Solid American, or solid colonial. Oh, we're going to make it even more solid colonial here right now. Putting this one here, Pennsylvania. Okay. Now New Jersey. New Jersey has 3. Ooh, we can make some progress on that one there by going here. Blocking. That'll effectively make New Jersey. It looks like it could be a colonial victory here. Alright, next is Connecticut. Connecticut is 2, and they're both occupied. Rhode Island is 1, occupied by the British. Massachusetts is 5. Purple. I don't see anything open for political marker. And Massachusetts, now Hampshire is a colonial. It's going to be even more colonial with an add-on. Next is, but not least, is New York. Oh, let me have a political control marker. And New York is solidly, I think, in their side. It is 10. I don't see colonial color anywhere in the mix. So I'll put one right here. Block them from advancing anything else. Ooh, I can see where we can go up there, but it ain't no big deal. They still have control. Okay. That is the Declaration of Independence placement. This is what the map looks like, so, well, I don't know. British player's turn. 3 political control markers. And it will be game. Let me grab 3 and see what the brick can do. Oh, has to be next to a unit, so I'm not seeing anything down south here. Up here, nothing, all blocked off. All blocked off. It looks like it might be an American victory, colonial victory. You can place one in New Hampshire, which will. Okay, you can place one in New Hampshire, which will. 2 and 3 is colonial. Keeps New Hampshire there. He cannot place any more political control markers. So I believe that will be game with a, let me see, strategy phase is done with. He can't place any more political control markers that I can see. He is blocked on all fronts. So make sure I'm looking at this right. A port can be used no matter what. So let's go ahead and do this one. He can put a political control marker here at a port in Virginia, giving him 2 and the American 3. So Virginia is still, or is it still colonial? All right, can you put him in another port? That's his only option. Ports here now. Okay. You can put him in another port here in Alexandria, Virginia. So this might change this one. That gives him 3 in Virginia. And the American 3 in Virginia, which negates Virginia. Oh, Virginia goes neutral. Okay, that'll be it for the strategy phase. Went to attrition phase. These all got 1s. Oh, he's a 2, but he's in a winter attrition, so he'll be alright. Winter quarters. South of the line is Howe. He's in winter quarters, or is he? Well, he's south of the line, so you don't have to check. Okay, winter attrition. He can protect 5. Ooh, that hurts. That would have hurt. So he's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He loses 3. Effectively giving him 3. So I'll get 3 here. Washington suffers attrition. Arnold's got 2. He will suffer down to 1. Make this all legal here. Game turn, war ends. Alright. French naval phase. Now this does come in. And we will place the French Navy. You know, ain't gonna have no bearing on the outcome, I don't believe. We will go ahead and put him in this area. Okay, let me go back to this French alliance. French player, French Navy, any blockaded zone. Oh, during the subsequent French naval phase, which I just did, including the current game turn, the American player may reposition the French Navy. French General Rochambeau and French units in a single port space does not contain a version or PC marker. Okay. friendly port space. We'll let him come in up here at New Bern. And French have entered the war. It's all collapsing for the British player. Alright. The French alliance to its European war center placed on the next turn track as remembered will be in effect. So I've already done that for the next turn. But we won't see it next turn. Okay. Moves. Alright, during the end phase. It'll move 2 burns from any space on the map. Okay. So let's see what happens here. French naval phase. I want to read up on this French activation or French alliance real quick. We got some other political control markers and isolation coming up, so it could affect the outcome. We shall see. Be right back. It says, during the end phase of the current game, turn the British player removes 2 British combat units from any space or spaces on the map. They have to go back to Europe to fight that war with France. So these combat units may be removed from spaces including blockaded ports. British option. Alright, reshuffle the deck at the end of the turn. Okay, so next we are at the political control phase. And each we each get 1 political control marker. And there's isolation also takes effect, so we'll see what the final outcome is. I think it's gonna pretty well sure it's gonna be a colonial victory, but you never know. So let me go through this political control and I shall return. A political control phase, Continental Congress segment. They're still good. We can skip that. Place political control markers. So each player places a political control marker. Alright. British players place flip in spaces that which are not adjacent to. Okay. Alright, and I can flip any control marker order as a general or an army, but they're all occupied, so this will be it. 1 political control marker per side. Let me get these markers here. I believe the British goes first. Alright. Okay. The British player don't have restrictions, so political control. Virginia. I think does he want to take control, or I just want to negate something. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 in North Carolina. I'd only have 1. Virginia is neutral, but that don't help me. I gotta get rid of his. Where do I get rid of them at? They're all occupied. Ain't no place to get rid of them at. How about Maryland? Maryland has 3. 2 of them are his. Oh, that ain't gonna help me out none. New York ain't gonna help me out none. Connecticut's got 2 and they're all occupied. Alright, I think the British hand is pretty well tied. I'll put me 1 here, Virginia. That will give me 1, 2, 3 in Virginia. Him with it gives me 4 in Virginia. Him with 3, so it gives me Virginia. The American gonna put a PC marker down, and might as well put it down in Virginia. I guess I don't see nothing else. I can't change Connecticut. All these other ones are taken. I put 1 in New York, but he's got such an advantage in there, he ain't gonna help me out none. So, just for shits and grins, we'll put it in Virginia, giving me 3. And him 3. Oh, he's got 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he still has control. I got 4 too. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll make Virginia back to there. Alright, now for the all important and dramatic and phase. Oh, political isolation. Political isolation. I'm jumping the gun. Let me see who's isolated, who I can remove, and I'll be back. Let's see what we got here. A British political control marker is not isolated if it can trace a path through adjacent British controlled spaces to an uncontrolled space or a port. He can trace a path to a port. These guys here are isolated. They are isolated, so I can remove these from here. This is going to change things a lot. Oh, well, you know what? Hold on a second. Who goes first? Because if the British player goes first, well, he can place a trash path to a general. All right, let me go see who goes first on this. Oh, during in turn, the American player goes first. All right, the American player goes first. All right, my mistake. These guys, you know what? Through a path to an empty space, that would make these guys isolated. They can't go a path to an empty space. Path to an empty space. General. Path to an empty. I don't know. That's kind of vague. The thing that kills me is they say it has to trace a path through an American space to an empty space. You know, I guess this is empty. He's just a port. He can't be isolated. He can't be isolated. She can't trace a path through a British space to an empty space, so he might be isolated. Take him off of there. This could determine the game, so I wish this was a little bit more clear. Okay, he can go through here, through here, through here, to an empty space. Port. Oh, the American's supposed to go first. Well, the Americans, yeah, I don't see any isolation for the Americans. It's maybe up here. Right here. Are those 4 guys isolated? Whew. I don't see no path going through to an empty space, so I'll take these guys off. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay. Empty space. Empty space. Empty space. Oh. Empty space. Alright, let's see what happens with the British player. These guys here isolated. Oh. He's in a port, he's in a port. He can go that way. He's next to a general. Oh, through to an empty space now. Oh, what we got here? He's not next to a general. You're isolated. Remove. To a space to an empty space, to a space to an empty space, general. To a space to an empty space, ports. Alright, well, that was that. So next, I gotta figure out control here. See what we're left with. In Georgia, strictly American. South Carolina, 2, strictly American. North Carolina, still American. Virginia, 4 colonials, 3 British, giving us control. Alright, Maryland, 3. That's I don't think that's going to change any. Alexandria, Maryland. Alexandria, Virginia. Alright, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. Fredericks. Alright, that's strictly American. Delaware. Just 1, that's American. Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's me. Oh, it might have changed up here. Where oh shoot, Connecticut is now. Oh shoot, am I on markers? Whoa, where do we get those at? 13. There should have one. Okay, Connecticut has changed. It's got 2. There's only 1, so Connecticut goes to my side. Rhode Island's there. Massachusetts has 5. Purple ones 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the 5th one? Oh, 5. So Massachusetts is still theirs. New Hampshire is theirs. There's not mine. There's 3 markers on that. So that goes to there. New York is still theirs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Final tally of the game. Right here. End of turn marker. 1779. The only thing that I could say is that political isolation. If I can get that correct. But as far as it looks on my game, right here now, the end of the game is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll be an American victory. Okay, that was a good game. It's an easy game to learn. Like I said, I played only a few turns each night. I like the 3D aspect of it, and I'm looking forward to playing another solo game now that I know it pretty well through and through. But this will be one of the easier games to learn. I mean, I learned it right here with you guys. Next up, Labyrinth. So good game here, Mr. Herman. Really had a good time on it. There's a lot of strategy involved. It was kind of there's two, like I said, there's a 2-prong aspect to this game: political control and military, and it all depends on your cards. And this one, I didn't have a chance to do much military. I mean, I had a little bit in the middle, but towards the end, when we found out what the end of the game was, it was a mad dash on those political control markers. I would say if I had anything to do over again, the British player might want to, maybe should have. I mean, I could see where he only had 2 units on the board, and if he eliminated them, it was an automatic victory, but the cards didn't allow it, and reinforcements and the luck of the battle, so maybe he should have did a little bit more on the political control side, but till then, that's it. An American or colonial victory. My first game of Washington's War. Happy holidays. See you next time.